YouTube, it's been a minute. Welcome, my name is DK, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the 5-game NBA DFS slate on Thursday. Wrapping up the regular season, we've got a few weeks left. These late season NBA slates are always my favorite, especially the last few of the season. I think they're have the most edge, so definitely excited to grind out these slates. Also, I think there's a lot of edge in the prop market as well. But yeah. If this is your first time watching, I cover content for DFS and player prop stuff like Prize Picks, Underdog, Parlay, Play. The sponsor of the video, that's going to be BetMGM. Currently running an offer, guys, where you get $1,500 paid back in bonus bets if you don't win from your first bet. So you sign up, you bet $1,500. The bet doesn't hit. Well, you get those $1,500 back in bonus bets. So check it out. Link down below. My best advice, as always, is get on as many of these sports books as possible when you do place your bets. Like, for example, I took Jalen Johnson assist. The best odds for me were personally on BetMGM, but I bet him on a lot of other books too, just because I thought his line at 2.5 assists was way too low. I think he finished with like 12 assists. So, yeah, again, get on as many of the books as possible. And if you do sign up for BetMGM using that link, it does help support the channel. So greatly appreciate that. And if you look for more content, you can check my Patreon linked down below. But yeah, I mean, nothing has changed. I know I haven't uploaded about a week. Nothing's changed. I'm just drowning in piss every night. And not just piss, rat piss. Rat piss. Every single night, man. I mean, let me just show you guys a couple. Like, it's just incredible how bad I run every single day. Like, just look at this tonight, man. Just look at this. Just take a gander at this. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, this is literally me every night, this Urban Meyer meme. I'm just all over Sabonis triple-double yesterday. Look at what he finished with. 22, 20, and 9. It's literally, you can scroll, it's every day. I had Beverly, previous slate, injured. I mean, what? I got hooked on Zion a few days ago from another 25x. Was it this one? This one. Like, just look at it. You know, the meme where when I force the haters to look at my big wins. That meme. Look at it. It's just incredible, man. It is absolutely incredible. So yeah, that is, you haven't missed a ton. Just me drowning in piss every single night. All right. Let's talk about the slate. Atlanta-Dallas first game here. So for Atlanta, well, they don't have the out tags. Hold on. Is Draftkings? Okay, I think it's just for this game. For some reason, they don't have the out tags. Trae Young is not back. I know he may be back by the playoffs. Let me just, hold on. Yeah. But yeah, he's not back. So the Draftkings just hasn't, for some reason, updated it. But Jalen Johnson, again, I went nuclear tonight. He had a triple-double. He was in the starting lineup, and he played normal minutes. And now he's 6.9K in a great spot here against Dallas. I think Jalen Johnson is a standout play for me for Atlanta. But you still got to have interest in the other guys. DeJounte Murray going to play big minutes. Still a guy with a pretty high floor. Bogdanovich, I think, is reasonable, but I would give the edge to Jalen Johnson. Now, ownership will play a role in what I do tomorrow with those two. Like, for example, if now everyone wants to play Jalen Johnson and Bogdanovich is unowned tomorrow, that's where I would, maybe lean to Bogdanovich. Oh, also, I forgot to go over my lineup. This is my lineup hold on. No, this is my late slate lineup. Hold on. Where is my single entry? I've missed by like 10, and I'm... don't get me started. Where is it? This one? Okay. I think it's this one. Whatever. It's just... I forgot we had to cover a couple things here. If my computer would, I don't know, load. Yeah, so Giannis, man, the team to himself. If you were a Giannis fader tonight, my advice to you is go play the lotto, because you are insanely lucky, and I need a little bit of your luck for fading free square Giannis with a team to himself. Was all over Ayton and Jabari Walker. Those two absolutely smashed. We talk about the minutes for Trey Mann and Brandon Miller. Miller playing 40 minutes a night. You take out half the team. He plays 14 first half minutes. Okay. Woo! Yeah! Just like the Thunder, right? With Giddey and with Chet, I'm just playing them, and they play the least of the starters the previous night. Woo! Yeah, Mark Daigneault. That guy really pisses me off too, Mark Daigneault. And then can we talk about this? Mohamadou Gay, they have 8 guys for Toronto. For some reason, they don't start him at the 5. They start the guy they just picked up, Malik Williams or whatever. Thinking, okay, 8-man rotation. Let me see how many minutes he played in the first half. 6 first half minutes in an 8-man rotation. Like, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Just incredible stuff. I missed the cash by like 10 points in high stakes. Like, oh. I did debate playing Scoot over Banton. That was one. I thought Banton was going over-owned and Scoot was going under-owned. So a little bit mad at myself for not doing that. But yeah, I mean, the Giannis faders, again, my advice, go play the lotto. Mohamadou Gay, for some reason, just barely played. I don't understand it. So, and then Miller and Mann, or more specifically, Brandon Miller, 14 first half minutes. After playing 40 minutes back-to-back games with a healthy team, you take out half the team and he plays a fraction of the minutes. Again, it's just like the Thunder with Daigneault. So, like I said, I'm sure if you guys are watching the channel now, you know, I gotta get this off my chest, man. It's just, it's incredible, and it's true that there's literally not one human that runs worse, and you guys all know that. You all know it. Okay, back to Atlanta. So we talked about Johnson. Murray, Bogdanovic, Capella, no real strong takes on him. He'll split the center position with Bruno Fernando. Okongwu is still out. Yeah, okay. And they're just confusing me with the no out tags. DeAndre Hunter, more of just like a filler play there. 5'6", should play low 30s minutes. I'm probably not going to get to anyone else, though, for Atlanta. Let's talk about Dallas. So, Dallas, Luka, 12-5 against the Hawks. I think he looks great. He's going to be popular than he should be. High floor plus ceiling, great matchup. Gotta like Luka. Kyrie, more just a contrarian pivot, not out of play, but I would prefer getting to Luka for a bit more. Lively is okay. Yeah, he's out for a bit. Okay, it's just annoying making a video with the no out tags. But Gafford 5'7", really didn't see a huge minutes bump last game with Lively out. He'll kind of split the center position with Maxi Kleber, but you also did see Dwight Powell get dusted off a little bit for a few minutes. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else I'd get to. Washington, Hardaway, guys like that. Let's talk about Sacramento, New York. So Sacramento, we got confirmation last game from Mike Brown that Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox would likely see increased playing time over the last 9 games. He only played 35 minutes last game. It was a blowout. He wasn't on pace. He was on pace for playing a couple more minutes, so that wasn't necessarily true. We'll see if that's true in this game. But yeah, not really a great matchup here against the Knicks, but Sabonis and Fox should play big minutes. They're both playable. Keegan Murray, 6.1. He played 38 minutes. He's continuing to play big minutes. I think he's a solid option there in the mid-range. You got Keon Ellis, Harrison Barnes. Keon Ellis, 4.9. Only played 22 minutes last game, but was in foul trouble. Massive foul trouble. Actually fouled out. Would expect Keon Ellis to play around 30 minutes and probably Harrison Barnes similar in a competitive game. I do kind of like Trey Lyles, though, for value. 3.6, 19, and 26 minutes over the last couple games. I think he's a solid punt play, and if you want to get to Luke on the slate, Trey Lyles, I think, opens up some of that. Vezinkov, not playing enough for me to consider him, and that's probably it. Davion Mitchell's 3.9. He got extended a bit last game because of the Keon Ellis foul trouble. I guess he's playable too. For the Knicks, we got to keep a close eye on Josh Hart because that could open up a lot of minutes here. Because I don't know, he's playing 48 minutes a night basically. So yeah, Josh Hart, if he's out, I mean, McBride really can't play anymore. You would get more run from DiVincenzo, and then you probably would get, Achua, Bogdanovic, Alec Burks getting extended too. Yeah, Brunson's 9.1. In a competitive game, you should get high 30s minutes from him. So I think he looks like a pretty good spend up. Hart, DiVincenzo, McBride, they're going to play massive minutes no matter what. Again, DiVincenzo and McBride would get probably a slight minutes. Well, McBride really can't play anymore. He's already playing the entire game, but DiVincenzo would get a minutes bump if Hart is out. Hartenstein really tilted me. One of my few misses last night for prize picks. Only played 18 minutes, and it was literally for absolutely no reason at all. He was playing well, and they just dusted off Achua and played him. So tilting, man. Hartenstein, if he plays his normal mid to high 20s minutes, I think is a good play there in the mid range. And then, guys like Bogdanovich, Alec Burks, these guys could be playable for sure if Josh Hart gets ruled out. Philly and Miami, they're hard to talk about. Philadelphia. Embiid, Maxey, Harris, Bamba, all questionable. If they're all out, then we're going to be beating to a lot of Philly. Even in a bad spot, Oubre would be the clear top option. Payne would be a smash player, play big minutes. Lowry would look good. Buddy Hield would have to play a ton of minutes. Batum would probably start. You'd probably look at something like Lowry, Payne, Oubre, Batum, Paul Reed starting 5 or something. If all those guys are out, all the questionable players are out. So there could be a lot to like here for Philly. But if Embiid, Maxey, Harris are all in, there's not a ton. Because I assume Embiid would still be on a limit. Maxey with Embiid back wouldn't look great. Same with Harris. So, keep an eye on it for Philly with the questionable tags. But we could have some value here for Miami. Pretty boring team to talk about. Just no Tyler Hero. Bam, Jimmy, Rozier, all reasonable. No real standouts. Bam probably plays mid to high 30s minutes. Same with Jimmy. He's been leading the team in potential assist. Rozier had a massive game last time out. I would say a bit of an outlier. But he's still at a reasonable price point too. So any of the top 3 guys from Miami in play. No standout plays for me though. And then value-wise, again, it's kind of the same. Duncan, Jaquez, Martin. These guys are playable, but at point per dollar, looking at the salaries, they don't really stand out. The minutes are actually way down in Jaquez last game, surprisingly. Jovic is 4-2. His minutes have fluctuated a bit. If you want to take a shot at him and hope he plays, low 20s, I think that's fine. Kevin Love is 3.7. First game back, played 16 minutes. He's good point per minute, so... he's in play for value. All right, Golden State, Houston, Kuminga on the injury report. He's missed the last few games. Gary Payton is probably expected to play. If Kuminga is out, I think you're just going to get more solidified minutes for a few guys like the wings / bigs, like Draymond, Jackson Davis, Clay, Wiggins, guys like that. Steph is 8.6. It's been kind of quiet season for Steph. Minutes have not been amazing on him, even in competitive games. He's playing low 30s, so right now, more of just a contrarian play. Draymond, Jackson Davis, I think both reasonable options. Draymond should play low 30s minutes if he avoids foul trouble and not getting ejected. Jackson Davis played 20 minutes last game, but before that, 28, 31, 33. Again, I would feel a little bit better about his minutes if Kuminga sits. Clay, Wiggins, all playable in the mid-range, but don't really stand out. That's probably it for Golden State. Let's talk about Houston. But Houston, Jalen Green's been dominating the usage, playing huge minutes. The price is up on him. That's the bad thing. But still getting a ton of shots up, heavily involved in the offense. The potential assists have been up too. He's actually leading the team in potential assists recently. So Jalen Green's a fine contrarian play. Van Fleet had an awful game. I know because I took his fantasy score last game, but then just turned it on in the fourth and had went for 20 points or something in the fourth. 7.8K reasonable play. A guy that is going to play big minutes. You got Amen Thompson at 6.6. The minutes have not been amazing on him, but he'll be productive when he's on the court. The minutes have quietly ticked up for Jabari Smith last couple games, 36. Again, he lost me just infinite money early when Şengün went down because I thought he was going to be playing a lot more, and for some reason he was just playing less. Again, coaches being dumb, as they usually are. You got Jock Landale, 4.5. He should play around 20 minutes. Don't think it's necessary to go there. Dylan Brooks is 4.2. He's going to play minutes, but he's probably not going to do a ton with them. You do have Cam Whitmore back. He's 4.1. I actually think he's a decent value play. A guy that, can put the ball in the bucket and, does have a ceiling when he's making his shots and a shooting guard with small forward eligibility. So kind of like Cam Whitmore as a punt play. All right, Denver and the Clippers, another team that's kind of hard to talk about, but Jokic, Gordon should play. They're probable. Jamal Murray, questionable. If Jamal Murray misses, then Reggie Jackson should start. Jackson's been playing 25 to 30 minutes. So he'd be in play if Murray is out, and then Jokic would look better. MPJ would look a bit better. So keep an eye on that. Yeah, Jokic, 11-9. He's back-to-back, just massive games. If Jamal Murray gets rolled out, he looks better for sure. MPJ, Gordon, more secondary plays, but they look a bit better, again, if Murray's out. Not a ton else. KCP is always playable, but his role just never really changed. Like the 3-and-D guy, what you're going to get from KCP. The value for Denver, I don't really know if it's necessary to take shots on these guys. Brown, Watson. I guess Brown, the minutes have been decent on him. Would feel better about his minutes if Murray does not play. And then finally the Clippers. So Kawhi Leonard out. You just had James Harden and Paul George put up fraud performances last slate. They were both free squares on the late slate. So the faders, the people that played the late slate and faded both Paul George and James Harden without Kawhi. Same advice would be go play the lottery. for getting that lucky. But yeah, so with Kawhi out, I mean, I really like Paul George and James Harden. Could care less what happened last game. These guys get a massive bump with Kawhi out the court. So really like 8.4K Paul George and 8.2K James Harden. Norm Powell started last game, played 28 minutes. If he starts again, he's a solid option in the mid-range. Ivica Zubac is 5.8. If he avoids foul trouble, probably plays around 30 minutes, but is a little bit concerning going up against Jokic. Westbrook off the bench is playable in tournaments. He'll be productive in the minutes that he's out there, but the minutes can fluctuate for him. Guys like Terrence Mann, Amir Coffey, these guys are viable punt plays with Kawhi out, but obviously you're not going to feel great about it. Like 24 minutes, 9 fancy points for Coffey. Mann, not great point per minute either, 27 minutes and 10 fancy points, but they're cheap and they will see a bump in minutes there with Kawhi out the court. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the video. As always, if you do enjoy, just make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you all in the next video.